you for the follow, Mira. Hello. How are you? I'm doing okay. Streaming for the first time in 6 days. It's your first time in my stream. Hello. Welcome. I'm overwhelmed. And hey, Anne-Marie. How are you doing today? And hello, Sadie, of course, who has sub badge. Yay! You have the thing. What do you call that? The founder's badge. Because you're like one of the first 10? So, hello. Okay, as the title says, what am I doing? Hold on. What the Trying to leave studio mode. There we go. Sorry. Some stuff happening in OBS. My brain can't brain right now. Hello, everybody. We are here with Butterfly Soup 2 again. For the last time, maybe. Because I think it's the last part, unless there's a secret final section that I don't know about. But hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is gonna be, I don't know if you plan to stick around, because this is the final part of a thing I've been playing for a few weeks now, but in case that you do want to catch up on everything that you missed, you can go to a YouTube playlist. Just type in !Butterfly Soup in the chat, and it'll take you to a playlist that I made on YouTube for the stream VODs. It's just the stream VODs, no editing or anything like that. Is this a dating game? They're dating, yeah, I guess so. It's a visual novel. What do you call this? They're dating, but we're just playing as them. We're kind of just viewing their story. Yeah, mukha siyang otome, yeah. But it's not the type of thing, not like Tears of Themis or Mystic Messenger or anything like that, but like you play as characters, they already exist, and there's no routes or anything, there's just subsections of the story. Yeah, but basically it's like that. And it's about baseball and about girls who like girls. And yeah, so that's basically it. So we're at the final part. We're at the section of the character named Noelle. Yes, girls are lovely. So this is right up your alley. This is right up all of our alleys then. So now, it is a story about like Asian Americans. So last time we dabbled into Minso's section. She had a lot of sensitive topics to discuss. And so now we're moving on to Noelle, which is the final section, and I'm pretty sure her parents are from Taiwan. So this is her at Chinese school apparently, and I can't read that. I'm sorry. I don't know Chinese or any Chinese language like Mandarin or anything like that. The first phrase is mirror. Well, I recognize that as mirror from studying Japanese, kind of, but that's it. Can't say anything else about that. Ooh, by the way, I did just become affiliate, so this is just my second stream as affiliate, so if you notice, you can now sub and things. And I have emotes, though I only drew them myself, so there are only 4 of them right now, and one of them is for tier 3. But, you know, if you want to use them, go on ahead. If you'll sub, that is. Also, please do tell me if like the way I set up the ads are terrible, because I don't know how to do this, and I made it so that I had to the pre-roll ads don't come up, but that means like a 90-second ad every 30 minutes or so. So just tell me if that's a little too much, and I will work hard to take that away from you. Congrats, thanks. Took a while because I didn't really rush for followers or anything like that, and I'm just glad that I was able to make it just so that I could make the emotes. Affiliate things, yep. You'd be surprised, Chessie, what the tier 3 emote is. It'll make you want to sub a tier 3, though I don't know how much that is. It's probably I think in our currency, it's the tier 1 sub is 100 pesos. No, it's not sussy, it's just it's just an inside joke. But yeah, you could use it. Other people could use it too. Sub now to find out. Just kidding. Have someone sub and then let them find out, and then they'll use it in chat and they'll see. Okay. So let's go to Noelle's part. The first phrase is mirror. Okay. Noelle copies down the unfamiliar characters on the board, stroke by stroke. I do kind of do voice acting for this, but, you know, it's not very good. Also, it strains in my throat a lot, so just bear with me. What did it look like again? Oh shit. It's this one. Noelle writes it down, then checks it against the words on the board. I got it right! Now for the next one. The next phrase is admit, so that's... I recognize this, and this one is like... Yeah, okay. You should already know recognize. Really? I should? Okay. That's meaning is to bear or to carry. This would be easier if Chinese words used an alphabet like most languages. It infuriates me how you can't tell how a Chinese character is pronounced by the way it looks. You're forced to learn every single word twice, how it sounds and what it looks like. It's wildly inefficient. So this kid is highly technical. Like, she's very smart. A couple hours into the lesson, a kid toward the back of the room raises his hand. Yes? Okay, he asks, teacher, how many Chinese characters are there in Chinese? Very good. At least 80,000? Really? Jeez. Yeah. 80,000? Don't worry, most educated people only know about 8,000. Yeah, that's also kind of what they said for Japanese before. Like, there are tons of kanji characters, but you only have to know, like, the most used 3,000 or so to make it in life. So... yeah, that, what do you call this? That checks out. Also clueless about girl and girl stuff. Yeah, that's true, Noelle. She's intelligent in the textbook sense, but I suppose if she doesn't read it from a textbook, she won't know about it. So, there's that. Most educated people only know about 8,000. It's sad that you can't know all of it. Even though it's so much. 8,000 is still a mind-boggling number. After school, oh god, are we gonna get sprites for Noelle's parents? In the first game, this is the sequel by the way, but in the first game, we only got there was a sprite, but there was shadow over the mom's face, so I wonder if we're gonna get a sprite for this game. After school, Noelle does her weekly packet of Chinese homework at the kitchen table. I spent every Saturday since kindergarten tediously memorizing a few characters at a time, but it's barely even made a dent. After all these years, I still can't even read a book or the newspaper. At this pace, it's hard to imagine I'll ever be able to. That's what it feels like to learn a language. Oh, we did get a sprite! Noelle, what is this? Noelle looks up to see her mom holding the sample packet of pads and tampons she got from school. Oh, that's from the sex ed talk we had in class. The girls received a presentation about menstruation. The school gave you this? Using a tampon is the same as having sex. Oh no. That's not what the teacher giving the talk said. You know what? You're just lucky you got sex ed. But, you know, I guess that's why, well, my own parents don't want me using a tampon. But I didn't think of it that way. It's just a tool for absorbing blood. No, you'll be able to feel it the whole time, and it goes into... Her mom can't even bear to say it. It's the same as having sex with a man. The woman giving the talk said plenty of girls use it. American girls get their periods so early because they're thinking sexual thoughts at a young age. It's not natural. You shouldn't be thinking about these things until you're married. Lol. Okay, sure, Mom. Sure, Mom. I'll acknowledge that thought of yours. After throwing away the immoral tampons, her mom goes off to the living room to watch a Chinese variety show. It's hard growing up trusting very little of your parents' judgment. Yeah. I can't even... What do I say to that? Yes. Like, We're Asian. We know this kind of thing. They have the same opinions. My mom doesn't believe in mental illness. No. Well, this was a pretty long time ago. My mom doesn't believe in mental illness, yet genuinely believes in superstitions like auspicious dates, and no amount of proof or argument can sway her. Is Chinese society just decades behind the West? I've yet to meet a white person whose mind works this way. Oh, believe me, there are plenty. When you parent your parents, that's true. Noelle glances over at the show her mom is watching. Oh no. Oh no. Colorful words and cartoons fly across the screen as cheesy sound effects play. Oh, so Chinese TV is also like this? So tacky. Please stop talking. It's one of those shows where they interview a panel of foreigners who can barely speak Mandarin. Noelle cringes as silly boing noises are overlaid over the host's jokes. They're just laughing at the foreigners for not understanding the questions they've been asked. Why is this popular? It's so juvenile and embarrassing. I feel like I'm losing brain cells as I listen to this. Disgusted, Noelle returns to scrutinizing the impenetrable paragraph of Chinese she's supposed to be analyzing for homework. Please stop talking. I don't want these sounds in my ear anymore. The boings. What am I even going to use Chinese for? Watching drivel like that? I have no interest in the backwards culture that produced my pathetic, narrow-minded parents. There we go, thank God. No more TV in my ear. Thank you. Alright, when a commercial break comes on, she throws down her pencil. I want to quit Chinese school. Her mom whirls around from the couch. I can't read. Alarmed. What? Why? I hate it. It always takes up my entire Saturday. They assign so much homework every week on top of the regular homework I get from school. Noelle's dad looks up disapprovingly from the newspaper he's reading. This is such a picture of family. The dad's on the newspaper, the mom's on TV, the kid is just there. Do you even watch TV anymore? Not really. Like, during dinner we have it on to watch Family Feud. That's it. Your device is your TV now, yeah. In the news sometimes, yeah, but usually it's about you-know-who, so it's kind of frustrating. But, yeah. No, yeah, the newspaper. Oh, another sprite. All their parents, except Minso's, got sprites. Well, you can't quit. What kind of Chinese person can't even speak Chinese? We'll lose face if you don't learn. Other people will think we're bad parents. Why does it matter what other people think? I'm the one whose limited time is being sucked away by it. My opinion should be the one that matters the most. No, you have to listen to your parents. It's for your own good. You're too young to understand. There are things that people are too young to understand, but like, this is not one of them. Almost nothing drives Noelle up a wall more than being told she's not old enough to understand something. Stop treating me like some feeble-minded little kid. I read at college level already. It doesn't matter, you don't have the life experience yet. Some things you can only know from being as old as your parents are. What, so just because you're older than me, you're automatically smarter than I am? Yes. I don't accept that. It's your culture. You can't just throw it away. Yes, I can. It's a poorly constructed, archaic language. That's not true. If it's so bad, how come it's worked for thousands of years? You should take more pride in your culture. What is there to be proud of? I'm stuck learning the worst, most pointless, complicated language in the world. Exasperated, Noelle's parents exchange a look. You're still going to Chinese school. We already paid for your classes this year. Can I quit at the end of the year then? If you still feel this way by the end of the year, fine, you can quit. I can't? Huh? No, she can't. Think about it. If she goes to Chinese school with that kind of attitude, she won't learn anything anyway. It's impossible to teach someone who doesn't want to be educated. We might as well at least save money. Yes, the end of the year is pretty far away, but at least the end is in sight now. Quitting Chinese school will significantly free up my schedule. I can probably read a few more books every week. It'll be so worth it. When I'm older, I'll be so thankful that I quit. Oh, I wonder. Noelle is so elated that she doesn't even mind being dragged along to 99 Ranch? With her mom, a trip she normally gripes is a waste of time. I'm guessing it's a grocery store? Never heard of it though, 99 Ranch. Wow. As they browse the fishball aisle, her mom's Nokia rings. Or Nokia rings. She quickly brings it to her ear. Hello? Hello? I'll just say the stuff in English. I can't speak Chinese. I don't claim to speak Chinese. I definitely don't recognize what this means or how to read it. Hello? There's a pause. Her mom's face falls. What is it? Ama passed away. Taiwanese term for grandma. Oh. I know I should be sad, but I haven't seen my grandmother for years. I've never had a real conversation with her before. It's like being told a stranger died. Ninth grade spring break? We're on break! Well, that's new. We've always been in school for the whole story. Noelle isn't allowed to close her bedroom door. Jesus Christ! She's not allowed to close her bedroom door? That's terrible. I have my bedroom door closed right now. I mean, it's not just my room, but still I can lock it when I need to, like when I'm streaming. So she's on high alert as she uses the computer. Oh no. It sounds like my mother is busy washing vegetables in the kitchen. Here's my chance. Well, quickly searches homosexuality on Wikipedia. I skimmed this page once as research after Akasha started insisting Dia and Minso were romantically involved. But I'm positive there was no mention of it being possible for two women to have sexual relations. Right. So just a little bit background. Last time she discovered the two women could have sex, basically. And she's in denial about it, I guess, so she's looking it up. I would have remembered it. Oh no. Reread the Wikipedia article. Much of the page is devoted to the historic and modern-day oppression of gay men. There's mentions of sodomy being criminalized, along with an image of ancient Greek pottery depicting two nude men embracing that Noelle scrolls past very quickly. Wait, this might be something. Anthropologists Stephen Murray and Will Roscoe reported that women in Lesotho engaged in socially sanctioned long-term erotic relationships. What exactly do they mean by erotic? They need to be more descriptive. She clicks on the citation, but the source is a book called Boy Wives and Female Husbands, Studies of African Homosexualities. Okay. There's no way the library carries this book. Click the Lesotho hyperlink. Noelle scrolls through the page, but there's no mention of the erotic relationships. Oh, dang. I can't believe we're looking at Wikipedia of homosexuality. This is a dead end. I could try googling it, but it might bring up obscene results. Click the sexual intercourse hyperlink? Sure. The link leads to a more general page called Human Sexual Intercourse. To Noelle's disgust, it features a painting of a man and a woman copulating. Ew. This is repulsive. I'd really rather not stay on this page for long. Sexual intercourse commonly refers to the act in which the male reproductive organ enters the female reproductive tract. In recent years, penetration of non-sexual organs or by non-sexual Wait, what? In recent years, penetration of non-sexual organs by non-sexual organs or by non-sexual organs. Okay. Fingering, fisting are also sometimes included in this definition. What on earth is fingering? Is this the finger thing Minso was referring to? Click on the fingering hyperlink. The page opens. At the top, there's a simple illustration of a naked woman stroking the genitals of another woman. This is the risque. Noelle breaks into a feverish sweat as she reads the page as quickly as possible. Then, in a panic, Noelle closes the tab, erases her web history. You mean you weren't doing that on incognito, Noelle? And shuts the computer down. Minso's right. I can't believe it. With the door wide open, yeah, not allowed to close the door, and she's looking up fingering. Good job, Noelle. Should such erotic content be allowed on Wikipedia? Anyone can read it. I must destroy all evidence that I visited that page. Should I uninstall the browser? Delete my user profile? Perhaps set the computer on fire for good measure? This better not awaken anything in me. Noelle jumps in her chair when she receives a text. Check your phone. What the? Is it just me or does King Day look kind of sexy in this drawing? The fuck? Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that. This is a character from... Sorry, I don't know. Kirby. What is Kirby from? Is Kirby from Kirby, or... I don't know. Yeah. Anyone else? Hello? Anyone care to raise a hand? You're insane! Would anyone else hit it? Hello? Noel? Banging on your door. If you would fucking did it, a penguin? You're braver than the US Marines. Dia has left the chat room. Min has left the chat room. Well, why are you like this? I'm so bored. I've been stuck at home all day. Unfortunately for you, I can't entertain you for long either. I have to leave for the airport soon. Oh yeah, you're visiting Taiwan, right? How long are you gonna be there again? I'll be there for the entire week. My mom and I will return Sunday afternoon. My dad is staying for an additional week there for business purposes. Can I still message you when you're there? Do you have a VPN or something? Do you have to use a VPN or something? No, as long as I have internet access, we should be able to chat like usual. Really? But isn't there like hella censorship? No, there's nothing like that in Taiwan. It's not as if I'm going to China. Right. Also, what's the difference between China and Taiwan again? Shot. I mean, I know Taiwan's an island, but is it like... You said you were shot, yet you're still talking like nothing happened? Its own country? I have high pain tolerance. No, you don't. Anyway, I tried to ask in geography class once and everyone started arguing. Everyone started arguing because it's a political question. Whether Taiwan is a part of China or a separate country is an extremely controversial issue. Why though? To be honest, I'm not clear on the details. As I understand it, the dispute is the result of a civil war that was never properly resolved. Huh. Bro, I'm gonna go now. I need to do some requirements. I enjoyed the time I had here. I'm pleased to have met everyone in chat. Bye, Mira. Have a good night. Good luck with your requirements, and thank you for dropping by. Alright, bye. Okay. What was I doing? Okay, so are you Taiwanese or Chinese? Or both? Well, I went to Chinese school as a kid, and my parents told me Chinese folktales. Is that how it works? Just because I speak English doesn't mean I'm English. To be frank, I'm floundering because I've never given it any thought. Lol, oops. I didn't mean to give you an identity crisis. Even if I say I'm Taiwanese, hardly anyone knows what that means. Even other East Asians. Really? Really? That kind of sounds like how most Americans don't really get Desi identities. How so? Like, they think about it based on country. Like you're Pakistani or Indian, etc. But the countries weren't split on racial lines. Like an Indian Punjabi isn't really the same ethnicity as an Indian Guju. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing those correctly. But it's all the same to the non-Desis because they don't know the difference, lol. Oh, you're right, I don't know the difference. Wait, I know. The answer to what you are. What is it? You're French. Because you're Frenchman. That doesn't help me at all. No? No! Ooh. Later that day, Noelle sits in the backseat as her dad drives them to the airport. She feels a flash of rage when she sees a passing car sporting a proud parent of an honor roll student bumper sticker. Wow. Why would you brag about such an unremarkable accomplishment on your car? You're supposed to be on the honor roll. It's like buying a bumper sticker that says, "My child breathes air." My parents would never even bother mentioning such a banal thing. Noelle's mom squints at the airport signage as it passes them by. Noelle, watch the signs for us. Oh no! This is also a mom thing. A my mom thing. Why me? I don't even know how to drive. You were born here. You read faster than us. Alright. How is it that after living here for 20 years they still haven't mastered English? My mom can't even speak English well enough to carry a conversation with a stranger. What have they been doing this whole time? Which way is parking? Which lane? Just follow the arrows. Turn right. See? Even though I have a PhD, ever since you were in 2nd grade, you could read highway signs faster than me. Good thing we have Noelle with us. The signs go by so fast. Noelle's dad scratches his head as she directs him through the airport's labyrinthian roads. Where is it? It feels like we're just going in circles. We're not. Hey! The alerts work! Jesse Chang, thanks for subscribing. Did you subscribe or did you? Yeah, you did! Now you get to use the emotes, yay! And you have a founder's badge. But I think you can actually change the founder's badge into the one that I made, the subscriber's badge, but that's of course your choice. Yeah! I need to change that Moobot message. Why is there a random woman waving? Alright. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Happy subbing. And happy emotes. You also get ad-free viewing. And what else do you get? I think that's it. Oh, yeah, no, that's it. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're not. See that sign there? The parking's past the cargo area. Do I turn here? Noelle's heart stops as her dad starts to turn into a street labeled the Do Not Enter. It says Do Not Enter! Keep straight! Oh. Her dad swerves sharply to stay in his lane. Noelle massages her temples, her heart pounding. I'm surrounded by illiterate idiots. Why does it rest on me, a literal child, to ensure we don't drive into oncoming traffic? They have endless energy when it comes to obsessing over my studies. Why can't they work on their own English instead? As the car rolls into a parking lot, Noelle jolts up in her seat. Wait, this isn't the correct garage. Turn around. Huh? How do you know? The sign says premium parking. Premium means something of exceptional quality, superior. So, isn't that good? Not right now when we are looking for the regular, run-of-the-mill parking lot. In this context, premium parking means special parking that's more expensive. Oh, make a U-turn. We're going to miss our flight. Noelle's mom sighs as the car makes a series of turns. This would have been easier if you could talk to us in Chinese. This would have been easier if your English was better too. Noelle crosses her arms in the backseat, fuming. Why am I the one responsible for making sure we're not separated by a language barrier? You were the ones who chose to move here in the first place. 16 hours later. Taipei. Noelle and her parents take a taxi from the airport to an alley lined with parked scooters. This must be Ah Gong's apartment. We're staying there for the week. Her mom presses the buzzer. We're here! Come in, come in! After huffing and puffing up 4 stories of stairs, Noelle is drenched in sweat. Hey! Yay, you're finally here! Junhua, you've grown so big. Yeah, I must have been in elementary school the last time you saw me. This must be one of my cousins. Noelle, don't be rude. Introduce yourself in Chinese. I marry one eye for Li Ying. My pronunciation is so atrocious, I don't know if they can even understand me. What did you say? Lam Li Ying. Can I just talk in English? Ah Gong doesn't speak English, he only knows Japanese, Taiwanese, and Mandarin. People who know Japanese in the chat, sound off. Jiko Shokai time. Even the Mandarin he's nearly forgotten. Da Ai gestures at her daughter. I'm sorry if I am butchering that pronunciation. She's wearing thick glasses and carrying a huge brick of a book. Noelle, you speak English with Chunhua. She want to go to college in America, so she very happy practice speaking. Yes, you can call me literature. Is that a name she chose herself? Chinese people have such odd taste in English names. That's alright, Junhua's fine. We are the same ages, right? Who do you think is more tall? Junhua eagerly stands back to back with Noelle so the others can judge. Hey, you're standing on your tiptoes, that's cheating! Huh? No, I'm not. Wow, you two are the exact same height. They're both skin and bones. They really are cousins. One US version, one Taiwan version. Noelle glances at Chunhua and realizes with a start that she's right. It's like meeting a version of myself from a universe where my parents never went to America. Stranger with my face. You're sure I'm not taller? Yes, we sure. That must be Taiwanese. Junhua gives him an affectionate hug as Noel awkwardly watches from the sidelines. Meanwhile, the adults launch into an animated conversation in Taiwanese. Well, this is pretty relatable too. Every time we go to our province, they speak in the language of the province and we don't know what they're talking about. Well, we can infer. And when they laugh, we just laugh. I wonder what they're talking about. My Taiwanese is even worse than my Mandarin. I don't know a single word. Actually, wait, isn't Agong Taiwanese? They didn't cover it in Chinese school. Could it be a term exclusively used in Taiwan? It's really a special sort of confusion not knowing what language you're speaking. Da Ai leads Noel's parents to the spare bedroom so they can put their luggage away. This reminds me how I used to assume Japanese curry was a Chinese dish because my mom made it regularly. If you have a distant relationship with your parents, your culture becomes a nebulous cloud. Is it Chinese to believe pseudoscience? Is it Chinese to have an outdated and sexist worldview? This was basically you when you visited your relatives in Taiwan. You have relatives in Taiwan? I didn't know that. Oh, so that's what you were doing in Taiwan. I see. Yeah, this would probably be you. I don't think you speak Chinese or Mandarin or Taiwanese. Do you? Yeah, I don't remember it. I don't remember you saying you did. Is it Chinese to have an outdated and sexist worldview? Or is that just my parents in particular? How do I distinguish between things peculiar to my life and Chinese culture? Junhua brightly takes a seat next to Noel. Anything you have questions about, you can ask me. Oh no. Ask about the area. Sure. Just your parents. They know how to speak Mandarin? Or Taiwanese or both? Tell me about the surrounding area. Let's look outside. Junhua goes over to the window and points as Noel peers outside at the street below. Both? They know 4 languages? That's so awesome. Can't believe it. Dang, wish I could be like that. That way is my house. Me and my mom, we walk over all the time. You must live pretty close by if you're able to come on foot. Yes, we are only a few streets away from Agong. Every weekend, me and my cousins spend here. That's so different from my experience. When you're all settled, the 7-Eleven, we go and grab breakfast. Breakfast from 7-Eleven? What, you've never had it? It's good. It is? It won't be all greasy? No, they have fresh tea, eggs, hot yams, oden. If you want a pre-packaged breakfast, they'll heat it for you too. So 7-Eleven is also awesome in Taiwan? And it's not gonna make you have food poisoning? In America, is it not like that? No, American 7-Elevens are just junk food stores. Yes? Oh, do you have good experiences at the 7-Eleven in Taiwan? We always got food there. Oh, man. To experience a 7-Eleven outside of the Philippines. Except for America, I don't want that. The eggs? No, my weakness. Oh, heavenly. No. Must get 7-Eleven Taiwan egg. And Japan Gudetama thing. I heard they had Gudetama ice cream before. And I want that. Egg ice cream? Count me in. Junhua points at the train as it rushes by. There's a train station near to us. We take it a lot. You don't use the car to get around? Not much. When we can't use the train, we ride our scooter. What else do you want to know? Ask about her book. What are you reading? It's a Chinese translation of a Russian novel. What it's called in English, I don't know. Something brothers. There's brothers and it's Russian. The brothers Karamazov? Yes, that sounds correct. I've read it before too. This is exciting. I've never met anyone else my age who's read it. Did you like it? The religious themes were of little interest to me, but I found some of its other ideas thought-provoking. What's the yeah for? Because they're talking about, oh wait, you know this book? You know the brothers... I forgot the word. For example, it argues that humans are so deeply shaped by others that everyone bears some responsibility for the sins of everyone else. You know the book! That's so cool! Karamazov. Alright, have you read it? Or have you just heard a booktuber talk about it? You are pretty interested in Russian literature. Because you think they have a lot to say or something like that? TBR, okay. Well, hopefully you read it one day and tell us how it goes, and see if you agree with Noelle's opinions here. It argues that humans are so deeply shaped by others that everyone bears some responsibility for the sins of everyone else. Everything we do is the result of a huge interwoven chain reaction of human interactions, and as a result, a crime is never truly one person's fault. It's a societal failure. To Noelle's disappointment, Junhua nods, looking lost. I see. I guess what I said was beyond her English level. I need to scale back to a simpler topic. Do you like reading? I like reading. Are you nerdy? The sudden question baffles Noelle. Yes, I suppose so. Good, me too. On the wall, there's even a photo of me that what? Actually, I changed my mind. Don't look too much at the photos on the wall, they're embarrassing. What else do you want to know? Ask about the photos on the wall. Tell me about these photos. Okay, if you're sure. They go over to look at the pictures on the wall, the first ones of Agong and Junhua at the park. There's a small chestnut-colored warbler. What's a warbler? Sitting on Junhua's arm. It's a bird! That bird at the park, we found him abandoned. It was because he fell out of his nest and broke his wing. After it got better, we taught him to fly so he could go back to the wild. I see. That's very noble of you. It was Agong's idea. He's quiet, but he is so nice, actually. You seem very close to your grandpa. Your grandpa? He's your grandpa, too. Oh, that's right. To hide her embarrassment, Noelle quickly moves on to the next photo. It looks old. A swarm of children are building a sandcastle as smiling adults look on in the background. This is me, Wan Ping, and Wan Zhong. Wan Ping and Wan Zhong are my older cousins. They're my uncle's children. Wan Zhong's working right now. Too bad Wan Ping is traveling right now, or else we could have hung out. Where is he visiting? Japan. It's his honeymoon. Honeymoon? Did he get married? Yes, a month ago. Oh, I had no idea. In the picture, the people behind us is Juju, Agong, and Amma. We didn't knew it, but that weekend was our last one with Amma. I can't help but feel jealous that they had any weekends together. While she was spending every Saturday with her cousins and grandparents, I was at school struggling to learn an entire language so I could even begin to communicate with them. Junhua reluctantly gestures at the last photo, which she was clearly saving for last. And this one is of me with all my anime figures. Oh, so this is what she meant by nerdy. It's alright, I have a good friend who's interested in this sort of thing too. Really? And she's American? Yes. She sounds cool. I want to meet her. You do? Once Noelle turns away from the photos, Junhua points to a framed certificate hanging on the wall behind her. You should look at this award too. It's your mom's. What? Really? Yeah, in college she won a bunch of poetry contests. She was even in the newspaper. I had no idea. This is going to sound extremely mean, but I never suspected my mom had any sort of creative talent. All I've ever known her. I've only ever known her as a strict, closed-minded housewife. Here, you should read her things. She's very skilled. Junhua pulls a magazine out from a cabinet and flips it open to a page of poetry. I don't think Noelle can understand this. See what I mean? Some people just have a way with words. It's a big waste she quit. I guess there wasn't enough reason to keep doing it over in America. Noelle stares blankly at her mom's poem. I can't read any of it. That evening, Noelle and her parents walk to the subway. Here's our train. We should reach the night market in a few stops. I hate taking public transit. The trains are always filthy and poorly maintained. What? Probably not in Taiwan. As they board the MRT carriage, Noelle steels herself from the stench of vomit, urine, and cigarettes she's grown to expect from American subways. Vomit, urine, and cigarettes on a train? Okay, maybe cigarettes I can understand, but vomit and urine? In the subway? Really? Is it that bad? But to her amazement, the car's shiny floors and seats look so squeaky clean you could eat off of them. It's absolutely spotless. Pleasantly surprised, she sits beside her parents in a gleaming plastic seat. Shibai Station. I don't know how to read that. You can actually clearly hear what they're saying. It's not indistinct mumbling like on Bart? I don't know any of these references. The LCD screen right across from her neatly displays the names of the previous, current, and next stations. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Her phone buzzes. Her heart leaps when she sees that it's a car show. It's the boomer selfie! I always take these and then send them to random people. Why did you send this? Sad face. I thought you liked me. Even if I hypothetically did like you, why would I want to see this awful picture of you? Personally, I think it's very hot and sexy of me to play video games against little kids at Fry's Electronics and lose. Is that what you're doing? Nah, I'm back home now, playing the game I bought. It's called Portal. Dude, you'd love it. I don't play computer games. That's so cute, it does remind me of your selfies. Yeah, I always take a boomer selfie, especially when I'm getting a vaccine or something. It's always boomer selfie time. No, you'd love it, trust me. It's not like the other games where you're some guy shooting stuff. You're a girl and it's a puzzle game. It's in a science research facility. Oh? I'll give you the CD. Just play it. I'll consider it after I return from my trip. Oh yeah, you're in Taiwan. What are you up to right now? I'm riding the subway with my parents. How's that? I hope they aren't giving you a hard time. Actually, ever since we arrived in Taipei, they've been in good spirits. I've never seen my mother so relaxed before. She must be happy to be back home and see her family. Oh dang, that's good. We're on the way to the night market right now. I feel paranoid that everyone can tell I'm a foreigner. Well, I get what you mean. When I'm in India, they can tell I'm American before I even open my mouth. Just from the way I carry myself. Her mom sighs as Noelle taps out her response on her phone. There you are, addicted to your phone. How am I addicted? Compared to other teenagers, I barely use it. You spend so much time talking to your friends. Your friendships are only temporary. As soon as it's inconvenient, they'll all disappear. After I moved to America for your future, not a single one kept in touch with me. The only people you can trust is your family, and I was so far away from all of mine. The life of an immigrant is a lonely one. Is she hoping I'm going to console her? Or thank her for making such a brutal sacrifice for my sake? It was her own decision as a full-grown adult to move here. It wasn't up to me. Her mom sighs heavily and stares out the window. There's a message she's always trying to impart on me. I'm lonely because of you. Noelle watches the scenery fly by. After half an hour, the train arrives at their destination, precisely on time. Let's look for clothes. You need new ones. But I have plenty of clothes already. Well, this is the opposite of what my parents would be saying. They all have holes in them. You should just throw them away already. Ooh. I can't believe, I think... Did the one who made the game paint all this? It's crazy. Noelle browses through a sea of clothing racks with her parents. A hideous pair of beige pants catches her eye. This would complement... Oh no! This would complement many items in my wardrobe. Turns it over in her hands, searching for its price tag, but it's missing. I'm going to ask how much these trousers are. Do you know how? Are you serious? Of course I know how. Miffed, she marches up to the stall's cashier and shows her the pants. Light, I ask how much are these pants? 200 NTD. That's only about $7. What a bargain. I waist buy this. What'd you say? I stumbled over the pronunciation. This, I want to buy this. Okay. Ashamed, Noelle doesn't dare speak another word as the cashier bags her purchase. Excellent. Simply superb. After 6 years of Chinese school, I still can't speak, read, or write Mandarin. She finds her way back to her parents, who are just finishing up their purchase at the neighboring stall. I'm hungry. Let's get dinner at the food court. What for? There's food stalls all over the place. We can just eat as we shop. No, I want to properly sit down somewhere and have a meal. Noelle follows her parents down the flight of stairs to the underground food court. It's a bizarre space that reminds Noelle of a mirror maze. Ooh. Looks like it could crowd really easily, but... Aw, I kind of miss going to places like this. You ate here? Oh my god! I can't believe you actually recognized it well enough from the painting. Or is this a picture that she painted over? I'm not sure how the creator of the game made the backgrounds, but wow, that's so awesome that you recognized that exact place. Was it good? Do you remember what it was called? This one with the pink menu on top? You think it's an actual picture, but oh, like with a painting filter, painting filter on it. Ooh, that's so cool. I hope the food was good. Are you here? Can we check if you? Nah, you're not here. You probably weren't in the same place at the same time. But yeah, how was it? What did you eat here? Do you remember? Isn't that Jesse at the back? Serving? Yeah. It's just like an indoor alley with lots of food stalls. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. Kind of gives me vibes. Like, do we have places like this in the Philippines? I feel like minced pork rice. I see. Yeah, it does have Singapore vibes. I feel like we only have stalls like this in the mall. Like in the grocery area of the mall. They sit down at a stall and Noelle scans the menu, which is conveniently printed directly on the surface of the table. Ooh, that is convenient. Something chicken, something soup. Noelle has to pick her dish based on the pictures, like a toddler would. This is what would happen if we went to Japan. I would be like, yo, we're getting this one. Even after studying it for 4 years, I would just look at the pictures and be like, this one, please. I will order the oyster omelet. It's seldom seen in America, so I should take the chance to eat it here. As the stall worker comes over and takes her parents' orders, Noelle mentally recites hers, determined not to be rendered an inarticulate child again. I know this. This is kindergarten level vocabulary. I want oyster omelet. That sounds a tad crude, though. In English, I'd normally say something more like, I'd like to have the oyster omelet. What do you want to order? I want oyster omelet. The woman jots her order down on a pad of paper, nodding. Are you American-born Chinese? Huh? My Chinese was that bad? I am. I could tell. I guess from your accent. So heavy. Noelle's mom sighs as the woman walks off to prepare their meals. All those years of Chinese school wasted. We should... You also ate the eye? What? That's crazy! Oh man! We should go to Taiwan together. I wish we could. I don't know if we have it in us to go on a trip. And by that, I mean our wallets. But yeah, it would be fun. We could eat oyster omelet together. And I've never gone on a trip like that with friends for real. So it would be nice. Taiwan is way cheaper than Japan. Well, I guess that's good, but still, like, you know, we have expenses. Well, I'm not gonna get into that here. All of those years of Chinese school wasted. Noelle's face. Ooh! Look! Is this the oyster omelet? Their food arrives within minutes. Noelle tries a gooey spoonful of her oyster omelet. It's delicious. You would never guess this only costs $3. How much is $3? In Filipino, well, we're almost at 60, aren't we? Oh, even by our standards, that's pretty cheap. $3. But I wouldn't say it's only. I would say it's a fair price. Really? Let me try. Sorry, I forgot that was the dad. Her parents each taste a spoonful of the oyster omelet and shrug, unimpressed. This is below average. I've had way better ones around here before. Yeah, this isn't really what it's supposed to taste like. Well, I'm never here, so I couldn't have known that. Annoyed now, Noelle takes another bite of the oyster omelet. This is the best thing I've ever eaten. Ramen Guini also went to Taiwan. Maybe he ate here too. What are the odds? Like, I get that if you'd be able to, if you go to Taiwan, you might go to the same food court, but imagine going to the same restaurant. Is it like the most famous one there? This is the best thing I've ever eaten. I should find out what this place is called so I can find it again. She looks up at the name of the stall, but it's in Chinese. I can't read it. I'd better savor it while it lasts. This omelet I can only taste once. I think it's a really popular place. I see. I can't even find what it's called. You can kind of see this one at the back, but is this what or does that just say tofu? It's not just a restaurant. There are many stalls, but not just one stall offers a specific kind of food. I see. All too soon it's over. Noelle sighs as they get up to continue shopping. You should have tried harder to convince me to learn Chinese. Are you serious? We told you not to quit so many times. But you never properly explained why it was so important not to. All you did was give me condescending lectures about how I was too young to understand why it mattered and how I'd be an embarrassment if I didn't learn. English is our second language. It's hard to explain things to you. And it's true, you are an embarrassment. Last week I saw our neighbor's son Michael mowing the lawn and he greeted me in Chinese. Hello, auntie. See, that's what happens when you listen to your parents. Michael goes to Taiwan with his family every summer. That's the reason he's more fluent, not because he was a superior child to me. Why didn't we just visit Taiwan more often when I was younger? That alone would have made me more interested in learning. I feel like I've been trying to understand Chinese culture by looking at it through a soda straw until now. You think we didn't want to visit Taiwan more too? The airplane tickets are expensive. We have to save up for years just for one trip. Oh, but even so, you should have done more to show me that speaking Mandarin can be a positive experience. Why do you always speak to me in English even though you can't fully express yourselves in that language? If you'd conversed with me in Chinese from a young age, I would have naturally picked it up from daily use. We thought you'd have an accent if we did that. We were worried you wouldn't fit in at school. But that's ridiculous. There's no way I could have developed an accent when everyone else I interacted with spoke English. I would have grown up bilingual without any ill effects. Resigned, her dad shrugs. Well, too late now. What can you do? The last day of the trip. Noelle and her relatives visit the columbarium housing Alma's ashes. My mom visits this place every time she's in Taiwan. Ooh. Noelle follows her grandpa into the worship hall. Wait, this is where the ashes are? Like, is this a general place for ashes, or is she the only one here? Because this is a lot. Agong. We crossed an ocean to see my grandpa, and I've barely spoken a word to him. It's not out of lack of interest. He must have lived a fascinating life. He's the only grandparent I have left. But how do you gain access to the heart of a stranger? Where do you even begin? Tell me about yourself? Who says that to their own grandfather? It would sound like a job interview. Even if I knew what I wanted to say, what am I capable of saying in Chinese? Today is Sunday. I'm a student. She watches Chunhua take a lotus petal from a glass bowl and offer it to the giant Buddhas. Noelle, we're going to pray for Amma. Take a flower petal from that bowl over there. Can I pray in English? If you have to. Unsure what she's supposed to do, Noelle does her best to imitate her parents. Hello, Buddha. I seriously doubt that you exist. But I'm sure Amma was a wonderful woman. Chunhua deposits her lotus petal in the bowl before the Buddhas, her eyes shining with tears. I miss Amma. To Noelle's surprise, her aunt embraces Chunhua like it's the most natural thing in the world. Hello, Ramen Guini. How are you doing? We're in Taiwan right now. You just missed the food court for the night market. We were wondering if you've been to Taiwan. We were wondering if you got to eat at the place with the pink menu. I don't know if you remember. But there was oyster omelet. Did you eat that? Jessie sure did. There was a picture of it and everything. You can watch it back in the VOD. Okay. They're so comfortable with each other. Is that how mothers and daughters are supposed to be? When I look at my mother, the first emotion I feel is stress. Noelle deposits her lotus petal in the bowl and joins Agong, who's waiting to the side. He smiles awkwardly at her as they stand together in silence. What should I do? Try to build a relationship in broken Mandarin? Tell him I like reading and my favorite color is green? Or do I let the moment pass me by, say nothing and remain strangers? Am I a terrible person if that's what I do? Come on, we're going upstairs. Oh, this is where the ashes are. Still really fancy. Do they not have... I wonder if they have like a November 1 type situation where they visit a day to visit their dead, or if it's just like on the death day itself. After an elevator ride, they arrive at the floor housing her grandma's ashes. Alma's over here. Noelle follows everyone down the hall to one of the niches. The only thing distinguishing it from the others is the tiny name tag on the door. Not that I can read it. Even if I could, I don't know the names of any of my relatives. And at this point, I'm too embarrassed to ask. Even Chunhua's name I only know by sound. I have no idea what it looks like. Noelle's dad points to the units beside Alma's. Your mom and I bought our spots too. Already? You're only in your 50s. There's a limited number, so we made sure to reserve them before they were all gone. I suppose my parents are fairly old. They didn't manage to have me until their 40s. Yeah. Same. Going off the average American life expectancy, they probably have around 25 years left. Sniff. Sorry, I don't know if that registered correctly. My nose just made a weird whistling sound. Noelle's mom wipes her eyes as they open the little door of Alma's unit. They're allowed to open it? Will I cry when my mother dies someday? I'm starting to seriously worry that I won't. What kind of monster does that make me? What kind of cold, heartless person cares so little about her own parents? Is there something wrong with me? Do we just not form emotional bonds as deeply as ordinary people do? When they get back to Agong's apartment, Noelle and her mom begin packing to leave. Wait, they're gonna leave already? Are you flying back tonight? Actually, my dad will be in Taiwan for another week, attending to business matters. So my mother and I are flying back alone. Oh, 1 week was too short. As Noelle fits the last of her clothes into the roller bag, Chunhua takes a seat, pulling a thick tome out of her backpack. Noelle feels a twinge of sadness as she watches her cousin read her huge academic-looking book. If I'd grown up in Taiwan, we probably would have become close. Suddenly, a strange thought occurs to Noelle. If I'd grown up here, would my personality been shaped into something more similar to Chunhua's? How much of my personality is just a product of my being raised by an immigrant helicopter mother with no friends or family around to balance her out? Would my mother and I have gotten along? The magazine Chunhua showed Noelle earlier is still out on the coffee table, taunting her. I'm finished packing, so I have some time to kill before we leave for the airport. Maybe I can translate the poem my mother wrote. Noelle digs her emergency Chinese to English dictionary out of her backpack. I was being a petulant baby in elementary school. All I have to do is persevere and power through learning the language properly this time. I'll simply look up each word I don't know and burn its pronunciation and meaning into my memory. Unfortunately, she doesn't know a single word in the poem's first line. After spending 15 minutes pounding 7 words into her memory, her enthusiasm evaporates. This actually is incredibly difficult. I'm not surprised that I have nothing to show for my 6 years of Chinese school. It feels like the knowledge is just washing over my brain like water over plastic. Is my brain just not wired for this? Could it be genetic? Even after living the majority of their lives in America, my parents haven't mastered English either. It takes another 15 minutes for her to finally overcome the first line of the poem. At last, onto the second line. And I already know all these words. Mirror, flower, water, moon. It's total gibberish. Is it supposed to sound poetic much together like that? Mirror, flower, water, moon? Noelle feels the urge to tear the magazine to shreds. Perhaps noticing her hands quaking with barely suppressed rage, Chunhua peers over Noelle's shoulder to see what she's reading. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm just translating one of my mom's poems. Why don't you ask your mom for help? I'd rather die. Oh, okay. Maybe I can help instead? Where are you stuck? What's this supposed to mean? Oh, that's how do you call it? Yoji Jukugo? A saying. No, not Yoji Jukugo, of course not. Like the lesson of a story. It's short for flower in the mirror, moon in the water. Pretty much, it means something that you can see but never grasp. Like a flower reflected in a mirror or the moon shining on the water's surface? Yes, you can't reach your hand through the mirror and take the flower out. It's impossible. You can only look, never have it. I see. So mirror, flower, water, moon is shorthand for something beautiful but unattainable. Pretty much. Da-ai cheers as Noelle's mom manages to zip her bulging suitcase closed. Ready to go to the airport? Let's go. Noelle gives the half-translated poem one last despairing look before flipping the magazine shut. Is that what I've been chasing after this whole time? Flower in the mirror? If only I get straight A's, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. If only I land in a summer internship, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. If only I become fluent in Chinese, I'll have a normal relationship with my parents. What if it was never possible from the start, no matter what I did? That evening, Noelle and her mom make landfall in California. Instead of driving home from the airport, they take the BART back. What is the BART? Railway Transit. I don't know. It's probably an acronym for something. Know nothing about California. Noelle wrinkles her nose as she inhales the stench of vomit, urine, and cigarettes. Dad's car is parked at the airport garage. Why not just drive it home? We wouldn't be able to get gas. It's not safe for women to pump gas. It's so easy for a criminal to grab you and drive away. We live in one of the safest suburbs in the entire US. Is that why she always has my dad pump the gas? Besides, I can't read fast enough. When you're driving on the freeway, the signs pass by so quickly. Noelle reluctantly sits down on a filthy, worn seat with a suspicious brown stain on it. The conductor mumbles something unintelligible over the intercom as the train stops at a station. 6. Miss. A breathless man enters the train car. So there's an intruder at the door. I hope you don't hear the banging. A breathless man enters the train car just in time before the doors shut. His eyes frantically scour its interior. Does this train go to Berkeley? It does not. This is the Fremont train. Shit, I need to get off at the next station. As the train continues onward, Noelle notices a puddle of liquid traveling down the floor. What is wrong with this train? What is that? Did someone spill their drink? Ah! Fucking nasty, that bitch peed in her seat. What? Disgusted, Noelle recoils and keeps her feet as far as possible from the pee spreading down the floor. So fucking gross, fucking bitch. Biohazard. Please evacuate at the next station. What? What's he saying? The urine is a biohazard. We need to get off the train at the next station. Why did they... Why? Why? It's a biohazard? Why is it a biohazard? Once the doors open, Noelle and her mom hastily drag their luggage off the train and onto the concrete platform. Maybe we should have driven after all. I didn't know BART was like this. There's still several stops from our destination. Noelle and her mom wait on a bench for the next train home. 9-car train to Fremont in 6 minutes. Our next train will arrive in 6 minutes. Okay. Good thing I was here with you, or else I wouldn't know what train to take. Exhausted, Noelle stares at the dark line of trees ahead of them. It's cold. Why are we here? Because of the hobo lady peed on the floor? That's not what I mean. Why did you move from Taiwan to America? Give you more opportunities. That doesn't make any sense. Taiwan is superior to the US by every conceivable metric, and it's not even close. Taiwan has socialized healthcare, more robust public infrastructure, and one of the lowest poverty rates in the world. Americans live shorter lives. Even worse, they're not as good at math and science. Taiwan was very different in the past. All you see is Taiwan now, but it didn't used to be this way. And America was strong. We were scared China was going to invade Taiwan. But they didn't. In all this time that we've lived in America, nothing's happened. That's true, but it could have happened. But the plain truth is that it didn't. You could have just stayed put. I could have grown up in Taiwan like Chunhua and the rest of my cousins, and everything would have been fine. But we didn't know that. You think we had a crystal ball telling us the future? Noelle's mom perks up as the train screeches to a stop at the platform. Fruitvale. Dublin Pleasanton train. Is this our train? No, it's not. Noelle's mom settles glumly back on the bench. You know how Chunhua wants to study in America? Yes. I told her not to do it. It's not worth it. I didn't realize how hard it would be. You'll be far from everyone you know, and your kids won't understand what you're talking about. You can't communicate with them. I didn't know that if you have kids in America, your kids will be American. Oh no. That wasn't obvious to you? No. The next day, Noelle waits with her friends for the baseball club meeting to begin. How was Taiwan? It was amazing. The subway system, it was so punctual and efficient, and the signage was so clear. If you ever visit DA, you don't have to be afraid of getting lost or not hearing the announcements like you do on BART. Everyone there meticulously organizes their recyclables too. If people fail to sort their materials properly, the government will fine them up to $200. Wait, they do that in Korea too? Interesting. Perhaps Korea is more similar to Taiwan than I thought. I bet Korea did it first and then Taiwan just stole it. What makes you think that? Dia listens with a small smile as Noelle continues extolling the virtues of Taipei's trash collecting system instead of describing any of the landmarks she visited. You must have liked it there. You're right, I did. What do you call it when you're grateful for the things your parents have done for you, but at the same time you feel like they made critical mistakes that'll probably affect you forever? Isn't that just life? Oh, I suppose it is. Damn it, my shoelaces keep coming undone. Noelle glances to her left, where Akarsha is crouched over tying her sneaker laces. Why have you tied your shoelaces like that? This is the Silicon Valley, Frenchman, the land of innovation. Did you get any souvenirs on your trip? No. Huh? Meanie. I didn't get anyone anything. We had limited luggage space. All we brought back were snacks that can't be found here and dubious beauty products my mom wanted. Dubious beauty products? Like what? Nail clippers with bombs in them? Why would there be nail clippers with bombs in them? All I meant was products with questionable value like skin whitening cream. Wait, skin whitening cream? Like to make your skin lighter? Yes, Chinese beauty standards are all kind of messed up. It's been ingrained very deeply into people's minds that the lighter your skin is, the better. Same here though. Like for some reason everyone just wants to be fair, when there's nothing wrong with being not fair. I mean... Anyway, yeah. That's just like in India. Yeah, oh my god, I thought it was just a brown thing. You guys have colorism too? Oh, is it similar in your culture? It's a whole thing, you have no idea. I would argue I do have an idea. My mother even tells me not to spend time outside to avoid getting a tan. Oh, my mom does that too. They have those dumb as fuck skin creams in Korea too. Here too. Philippines represent. It's the same. It's the same. Yellow and brown parents, they match just like pee and poo. What the fuck, man? Akarsha, have you ever considered not speaking? How mean! The second I open my mouth, you all jump to slap my balls. Do you have to word it like that? I'm trying to use more phrases with the word balls in it in my normal conversations. Why? I don't know, I just think it added more flavor. Bagels assemble. The bagels gather around Krista and Liz as they begin the meeting. So yeah, Bagels is the name of the baseball club, if y'all remember. So we've got... So we've got good news and bad news. Good news, we have a game today. Bad news, it's just the Niles baseball team again. They're the only ones who would play us again. That's not surprising. We either win by pulling some weird shenanigans or lose so badly we get mercied. There's no in between. So most teams we play aren't exactly eager for a rematch. We had to swear up and down you guys would be normal this time. So y'all better not be weird. Alright, we yakusoku. What? That's how you say promise in Nihongo, aka Japanese. Is everyone ready to go? The other team got here early. Yay, Niles! The Bagels walk over to the field where the Killer Whales are already warming up. Thanks for being willing to play us again, guys. No problem. Time for our revenge. Yeah, right. We destroyed you guys last time. Well, that was before our secret weapon joined the team. Secret weapon? We got a new guy who's pretty good. Oh yeah? Where is he? Junso and Hayden look around amongst their teammates, but as the second pans, their faces grow more and more alarmed. Did the secret weapon not come to the game? I'm actually not sure. Maybe he got lost on his way driving here? What do you mean you drove in separate cars? You didn't take like a bus or something? Yeah, that seems typical of him. It's fine, we can wait a few minutes for him to show up. Will he show up? 20 minutes later. No one came. He's decidedly late at this point. I can't believe this. Where the heck could he be? Did you try calling him? He didn't pick up. Well, it's not like he can answer the phone if he's driving. You guys are pathetic, making up some guy to blame your loss on. We're not making him up, he's real. And we didn't lose yet? Stop jumping to conclusions. Is it okay if we start playing without him? If he turns up later, he can join the game then. Yeah, sure. As the killer whales file into the dugout, Noelle starts trekking to her spot in right field. She scowls disdainfully at the barren patch of grass as she passes it. Her selects pointing to that tiny patch and going, I'll defend that area so you cover the rest of the field, okay? I hope that grass goes back soon so I don't have to keep hearing that joke. Hey, wait! Noelle, you're playing second base today. I am? Why? Yeah, why? She ducks and covers whenever the ball comes her way. That's exactly why she needs to do it. I'm taking AP Psych and I found out there's something called exposure therapy. Oh boy. It's where you make someone do something they're afraid of until they stop whining and get used to it. That doesn't sound like the textbook definition to me. Rita, and how come when you went on that demon ride at Great America, you had your eyes closed the whole time? That was before I knew what exposure therapy was. Uh-huh. Wait, but I was on second base. What happens to me then? What happens to me then? You're playing left field now because you run fast. We're moving a whole bunch of people around, not just you two. Here's the thing, she's a Mega Mind Master now because of AP Psychology. Hey, I never said that. Noelle begins trekking to second base. I do feel a bit better equipped to man second base now than I do feel a bit better equipped to man second base now than I did when I was first roped into this club. I don't like to appear underinformed, so a bit after our first game, I read the baseball rulebook from cover to cover. Still, I really hope no one hits the ball my way. To her surprise, Akarsha is already standing my second base. Bonjour. Why are you here? I'm the shortstop. I'm supposed to be here. What? Aren't you supposed to be closer to third base? Says who? The diagram in the baseball rulebook. Nah, the shortstop's position mirrors the second baseman's. You're supposed to work together and vary your positioning to anticipate what the batters and runners do, you know. See? Right, I knew that. So we're both covering the same base? Won't that make things unnecessarily confusing? You're like a deal. It's a good thing. Yeah, we should negotiate who does what in different situations. Alright, fine. How about you cover second when there's a runner on first? And field the ground balls close to us. And also take care of the fly balls. You're just trying to get out of doing as much work as possible. The game kicks off, and to her relief, Min quickly strikes out the first batter. Good. Just do that 2 more times and we get to bat. Aiden digs into the batter's box next. Min throws a floater that curves up toward his head for a moment before dropping back toward the strike zone. Ah! Instead of swinging, Hayden flinches backward out of the way. Strike. What's with you? Nothing. I'm just making sure I don't get hit in the mouth. I had a dream last night that my teeth were falling out. Oh boy. That's what you wasted your dream on? It's not like I can control what I dream about. Min hurls another pitch his way, but instead of dancing like usual, it pretty much just sails straight down the middle. Rah! Aiden manages to make contact and drives the ball into the grass. It bounces into the air, and for one singularly terrifying moment, Noelle sees it coming straight at her. Egad. Did she really just say egad? I hate ground balls. Noelle covers her face with one arm and half-heartedly attempts to catch the ball with the other. She braces for impact, but nothing hits her. On the mound, Min managed to intercept the ball by catching it behind her back without looking at it. Whoa! Even Min herself looks shocked that she caught it. Just because it's cool doesn't mean he's out. Throw it to first. Min hastily lobs the ball to Liz. It just barely beats Hayden to first base. Out! Oh man, that's close. As Hayden heads back to the dugout in defeat, there's a distant shout. Hello. Who's this? Sorry I'm late. Some guy is sprinting down the hill to the killer whales at top speed. Sorry. Subhan? Subhan, where were you? The killer whale plays sighs despondently as he joins his teammates. I was driving over when all of a sudden a spider crawled up my leg. So obviously I crashed the car. No, not really. Obviously. Are you okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. I just knocked the street sign over. What the fuck? How are you not in prison or something? Or do you at least have a ticket? Isn't that a crime? How big was the spider? Like this big. He pinches his thumb and index finger together to demonstrate. Oh boy. So small. But it was all hairy, so practically speaking, it was equivalent to a spider twice as big. Even if it was twice as big, isn't crashing kinda an overreaction? No? Whatever, just get up to bat already, it's your turn. This guy seems like a coward. I wonder what makes him their secret weapon. Supan digs in behind home plate. He looks very happy. He's standing on the other side of the plate. He must be left-handed. Oh, he's lefty! Well, I mean, I don't know if there's an actual baseball player called Lefty, but it's a reference to Nightcry. Well, anyway, in any sport, I would say the left-handed ones are always the special ones. Min hurls her next pitch and the batter shifts into a bunting stance at the last second. He's not even going to try to hit it? He starts to run towards first base as the ball glances off his bat, sending the baseball bouncing towards Liz. She's forced to rush forward to field it, leaving first base unmanned. I got it! By the time she scooped the ball up, Supan is well on his way to first base. You're fast! Frenchman! Oh, I need to cover first base and Liz isn't there! Noelle belatedly runs towards the base so Liz can throw the ball to her, but Supan beats her there. The killer wails cheer as Supan overruns the base. Yeah, Sub-Zero! Sub-Zero? That's me. They call me Sub-Zero because I'm so cool. Huh? No fair, I want a badass nickname too. Oh please, like what? Like Sub-Zero. You're just going to copy him? Saida shakes her head as Sub-Zero basks under his teammates' praise. Who the heck wants to get on base? I mean, if you're fast, it's doable. Lefties have a huge advantage when bunting too, because they're already 2 steps ahead of where righty batters are when they lay down the bunt. That's so cheap. Well, that's the essence of baseball, no? Cheating and being cheap. I thought the essence of baseball was friendship and teamwork. Oh yes, that too. Jin size up the bat next. He swings at the pitch, the knuckleball suddenly swerves outward as if sensing the bat, dodging it entirely. Ugh. Dia misses the ball by a mile too, she rips her mask off and chases after it. Yeah! Sub-Zero takes off running towards second base. He's taking the chance to steal! I need to tag him out! He secures the ball and throws it to Akarsha. Daddy! Never mind, it looks like Akarsha's supposed to cover second base here. Sub-Zero... I wish they would stop calling him Sub-Zero. It's not as cool as it sounds. Sub-Zero skids to a halt halfway between the bases. Oh no! Because it was his choice to run, we need to actually tag him with the ball. Akarsha charges toward him and Sub-Zero turns around and flees back towards first base. So what, are they just chasing him now? I really don't understand baseball. Throw it to me! Rah! Akarsha lobs the ball over and Liz tags them out. No! Nice one, Akarsha. Akarsha? Who's that? You? I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Sub-Zero. No, it's not. The teams switch sides. As Noelle crosses to the field, she's struck with a peculiar awareness of where she is. Barely a day ago, I was on the opposite side of a planet. Yo! That happens to me too. Like, the time that I was, like... We were on the highway, and then... like, the car was passing underneath a bridge, and then a few seconds later, we were on said bridge, and I was like, earlier we were down there, and now we're up here. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes sense to me. Barely a day ago, I was on the opposite side of the planet. I was in Taiwan, where the garbage truck seen Beethoven's For Elise while collecting the trash. And now I'm here, playing baseball. I'm wearing a little cap, sweating, and running on grass. Why am I here? It's a mistake that I'm here. Hello? Earth the Frenchman? What? You didn't hear a thing I said, huh? My apologies. What was it? I said it's hot as balls out here. Not this again. So what were you lost in thought about? Nothing really. It's just strange knowing I would have led a completely different life if my parents had stayed in Taiwan. I would have been someone who was close to her family, someone who wasn't ignorant of her own culture. Maybe I would have been a better person. Oh, I like you the way you are, though. And if your parents didn't move, we would have never met. Of course, because obviously that makes up for everything. Akarsha grins and the inside of Noelle's palm prickles. This is so peculiar. Is this what extreme anger feels like? Right now I'm only pretending to be annoying for comedic effect. The sensation is so unbearable she wants to scratch at it until it goes away. I mean, you went there on vacation. You're probably looking at it through a rose-colored glasses. They probably have tons of struggles over there that you're clueless about. Even so, the standard of living there is on an entirely different level. This is backed up by actual statistics, not just my personal opinions. I don't know, man. It's not good to wallow too long in self-pity, or else you get lost in the sauce. The sauce? What sauce? It's a metaphor for being out of touch with reality. But I like to imagine barbecue sauce. The rest of the bagels cheer as Dia bats Krista in. Oh, they're not just walking Dia like last game? I told June I'd shave his hair off in his sleep if he did that again, because it's not fun for Dia. Who's up next? Oh dear god, the dog is knocking on the door. I hope you guys don't hear that. Who's up next? Me! Time to unveil my special technique. Wait, she better not be trying that getting hit on purpose thing again. Obviously, Junso throws a fastball to Oblivious, Junso throws a fastball to Akarsha. Akarsha leans into the pitch, causing the ball to bounce off her elbow guard. Haha! Free walk to first base! Huh? You can't do that on purpose? The guy on the ninth team who's serving as the umpire pages through his rule book lost. Does it say that in the rules? Actually, it's not relevant whether Akarsha caused the ball to hit it or not. For Rule 2, Section 40 of the NFHS rulebook, there is no distinction between the act of touching or by being touched. Seriously? Thank you, baseball lawyer. Mwah. Actually, just last summer, Rule 734 was added stating that the batter shall not permit a pitched ball to touch him. It's not really my job to remind them to update their rulebook. But still, that's not fair. You may not like it, but this is what peak baseball looks like. Even the Major League Baseball logo is the guy getting hit by the pitch. What are you talking about? It's a guy swinging at the ball. No, really, picture it. Ball is too high up, and look how close it is to him. That's true. He's not gonna hit it at the rate. It's too late. There's no way he's gonna be able to hit it in time. It's a guy who's about to get beamed. No way. She's right. It really is a guy about to get hit. I rest my case. Akarsha jogs to first base victorious. Alright, I'm up next. There's already 2 outs, I'd better not strike out. But on the bright side, Dia and Akarsha are both on base. If I can somehow hit this, we could end this inning with a massive lead. Noelle swiftly strikes out, missing him by a mile with each swing. Rat, I blew it. There. Did you try? Yes. But did you fail? Also yes. Wait, I think I said those in the wrong order. Forget the order. Why mention me failing at all? Sorry about the noise. The teams switch sides. As Noelle trots to second base, she crosses paths to Dia on her way to the catcher's box. Dia, do you have any tips for hitting the ball? Dia considers it for a moment. I doubt that she does. It's easier to hit the top of the ball than the bottom. Bad for hitting home runs. But you'll strike out less. Yeah, at this point, I'd be thrilled to hit any of the ball. You think I can differentiate between the top and bottom halves? Dia appears not to have heard Noelle's response and has walked away. Thanks, I guess. The killer whales cheer as a batter hits a grand slam off of one of Min's pitches. Woohoo, we're tied now! Eat shit and die! Min strikes the next 2 batters out in quick succession, but the third gets a solid hit. Maybe I can catch this! Noelle leaps for the ball, but it flies over her head and bounces into center field. Got it! Krista fields the ball, then tosses it back to Noelle. I need to throw this to first base! Noelle throws the ball with all her might. It plops almost straight into the ground and begins rolling away. Liz leaves first base to grab the ball. By this point, the runner is approaching second base. It's another pickle! Lick. Liz and Akarsha need to box him in again. Akarsha! Oop! She's not cooperating because she wants to be called Sub-Zero! Call her Sub-Zero. Let's go. Sub-Zero! Oh hey, that's me! Akarsha catches the ball, Liz throws her and quickly tags the Junso out. The Junso. Alright. No! Another win for Sub-Zero. You're disgusting. Thanks to Noelle's noble sacrifice, the Bagels maintain their deadlock with the Killer Whales for the next few innings. How do the Killer Whales not defeat the Bagels, like, immediately? Is this not... Are they just not very good? Or are the Bagels just really that crazy? Does this game make sense to anybody? It's the bottom of the last inning. We just need one run to cinch our victory. Unfortunately, Saida and Krisa rack up 2 outs right off the bat. Gomen na sorry, Diaz-sama. You're our only hope. After letting 2 balls go, Diaz swings at a fastball. She drives the ball over right field and everyone holds their breath as it rockets toward the fence. It smashes right into the middle of the fence, just a couple feet too low to clear it. Too bad it wasn't a home run. Too bad I'm about to beat the shit out of you! Kidding! Dia did great! Dia sprints around the diamond and slides into second base, just barely beating the throw. Safe! Akarsha cracks her knuckles as she gets up from the bench. Time to use my special technique. Wait, are you going to get yourself hit by the pitch again? Yeah. Back when I was in Little League, I saw a batter get beaten in the face. Krisa, do you remember? He was on your team. Huh? Oh yeah, that was so scary. He collapsed and was just lying motionless on the ground for a while. He looked like he was dead. Poor kid had to be carried off in a stretcher. I think it knocked out one of his teeth, right? Yep. Actually, maybe he may have even died for real later. Maybe? Anyway, you trying to get hit on purpose just reminded me of that. Oh, okay. This must be a new scare tactic they're trying. This is their only real chance to bring Dia home. We have 2 outs and Noelle will probably strike out at her bat. No offense, Noelle. None taken. So getting walked here would just delay the inevitable. You should try to create an opportunity for Dia to run. So I gotta actually hit the ball? Oh man. No pressure if you can't manage it, but do your best. Say no more. I'm going serious mode. As Akarsha walks up to the plate, she tosses her bat in the air, spins around, and tries to catch it behind her back. She doesn't spin around fast enough, so the bat just clatters to the ground. Akarsha picks the My god. Akarsha picks the bat back up and points it at Junso. Your parents can't wait. Your pants. Oh my god, I read that as parents. No. Your pants can't wait for my pee. What is that even supposed to mean? She's trying to confuse you. Don't let it get to you. Disturbed. It's so funny every time they interact with these people because they're so normal and Akarsha and the others are so weird. Disturbed. Junso quickly pitches to Akarsha. Akarsha whips it for a strike. Oopsie. We're all going to be haunted by that P comment now, and it didn't even work? The team holds their collective breath as Junso lets his next pitch fly. Akarsha smacks it into foul territory. Strike 2. If you waste these double, I'll hit you! Krista taps the sign she and Liz labeled taped to the dugout's fence. No hitting allowed. Huh. Then I'll scream loudly in your ear. So it destroys your eardrum. Liz taps the second sign they taped to the fence. No screaming allowed either. God damn it. Junso winds up again. In the meantime, Akarsha has gone suspiciously quiet. Akarsha leans in she gets hit by the pitch again. Not again. Keep going, you just lost us the game. Yeah. Akarsha races toward first base like her life depends on it. Guys, why is she running? Tag her if she tries to steal second. Hayden quickly throws the ball to Subhan, the first baseman. Akarsha hastily stops in her tracks. Uh-oh. Come back here. Akarsha turns and scrambles back the way she came with Subhan at her heels. What is she doing? There's no benefit to her retreating all the way back home. As Akarsha nears home, Subhan hurls the ball back to Hayden, who lunges forward to tag her. They've panicked and forgotten the basic rules of baseball. All they have to do is tag first base for a force out. Can they do that? She was hit by the pitch. She's entitled to first base. Good point. Guys, don't forget Dia's running too! Huh? Dia slides home in the confusion. Yeah! Min runs over to home base and starts furiously kissing Dia as Hayden chases Akarsha back to work first. Get off the playing field! The game's not over yet! Not? I thought we won. The run won't count if Akarsha is the third out before making it to first base. Or if they can even tag her out? I don't know anymore. As she's trying to weasel past Subhan, Akarsha trips on her own shoelaces and collides with him. Ah! Akarsha bangs her head on Subhan's knee on her way down. Oh my god! Akarsha! Without thinking, she runs over to where Akarsha is lying motionless on the ground. Oh no! Is this serious? Akarsha, are you alright? Akarsha doesn't respond. Coming from Akarsha, the silence is 1,000 times scarier than if she'd been screaming. Oh no, she's crying! No, Noelle. Please be alright. Her voice comes out all choked and funny, and Noelle realizes with horror that she's crying. The world would be an awful place without you. That's going a little too fast. She's not gonna die from getting hit on someone's knee. Ow. Dazed, Akarsha slowly begins to sit up. Noelle is so relieved that she tearfully pulls Akarsha into a hug for a moment before a mixture of other emotions catch up with her. Wait, what am I doing? Her heart pounding, Noelle hastily shoves Akarsha away, sending her crashing back into the ground. You absolute arse! You scared me! Don't ever do that again! Noelle frantically wipes her tears away as Akarsha wobbles back to her feet. Soon the others have gathered around her in concern. You okay? Yeah, just woozy. What year is it? 1834? Just kidding, 2009. How can you be cracking jokes right now? Can you tell me what happened? I got myself into a pickle, tripped, and ate shit. Okay, good. Ask her if she feels nauseous. Do you feel nauseous? Nah. As they run through a series of tests for concussion, Krista and Liz relax a bit. You seem fine. It's good that you can remember what happened and walk. It looks like you lost consciousness for a second there, though. I wasn't knocked out. I was thinking the whole time. Huh? I was just stunned because it really hurt. So, you remember what I said to you? Yeah, that I'm an arse? What about before that? Before that, everyone was screaming that I fell. It was so chaotic, it all kind of blurred together. What a relief! It would have been mortifying if she'd heard me falling to pieces over her. We just look at you checked out by an adult. Aren't you and Liz technically adults now? You know what I mean, real adults, like the school nurse. Does that mean the game's over? Yeah, sorry, we'll have to rematch you guys some other time. Wait, so did we win? Did Dia's run count? Unfortunately, no. My understanding is that Akarsha ultimately violated Section 4 of Rule 8. She made a travesty of the game. A travesty? That's such a dramatic way to put it, I love it. I'm so sorry, you can hit my head super hard too as payback. Like with a bat or something. Why? It wouldn't help at all. I'll do it. No one's hitting anybody in the head with a bat. Noelle, could you escort Akarsha to the nurse's office? Alright, fine. Noelle and Akarsha trudge back up the hill toward the school. Suddenly, Akarsha touches her own cheek, confused. Why is my face wet? What? There's something wet on my cheek, like water. It's from when I was crying over her. Huh? That must have been someone's spit that fell on you. Huh? Ew. Man, if only I hadn't tripped, I totally would have saved the day. You should thank me for trying to save you from making us lose. Now that she mentions it, I do feel a bit bad that she got hurt trying to help me. I actually am a bit impressed you wrangled such an improbable outcome out of a walk. I truly marvel at your creativity sometimes. What? Who are you and what did you do with Noelle? Contrary to common belief, I am in fact capable of being nice. I know, but you usually look like you're passing a really hard poo while you're doing it. Akarsha grabs Noelle's hand and vigorously shakes it up and down. Congratulations, you've learned basic human decency. You should try it more often. To Noelle's dismay, she feels a strange, almost electric undercurrent of something running between their palms. Why am I so sensitive to her touch all of a sudden? It didn't used to be like this. Noelle thrashes her hand free and seizes Akarsha's wrist. Huh. Could it be that I'm still excited from the game? There's probably still adrenaline in my system. Sailing! Yeah, it is. Let it go! War crime! War crime! It's not a war crime to grab someone's arm. Oh, the humanity. To be captivated by a court jester, a circus clown juggling 5 bowling pins. 1 week later. Dia literally looks up from her textbook as Akarsha takes her usual seat in front of Noelle. How's your head? Oh, I'm all good now. The nurse just told me to rest up for a few days. My parents made me see a doctor over the weekend too, and he said the same thing. That's good to hear. I wish I could have used this as an excuse to get out of the bio test today, though. At least we have the multi- I hope you guys don't hear that. I don't know if it's possible, though. Can you actually hear Coco knocking on the door? At least we have the multicultural week assembly in 3rd period. You can use it as extra time to cram. I want to watch at least some of it though. I heard there was gonna be a K-pop part. Noelle's heart does a little nervous... What? Noelle's heart does a nervous little stutter as Akarsha turns all the way around in her seat to face her. Do you remember the poster that was in the nurse's office? No. What poster? You can't focus on the stream because of Coco. You keep trying to stop her. Hello, Coco. Yes, Coco the dog is trying to get into the stream. Sadly, she doesn't have a Fugi or a model or anything like that, so can't really include her. And she won't really bark anyway for anyone to hear, so unfortunately she's left out. I'll open the door for her a little later when I'm done with this, but for now, we're just gonna have to deal with it. It said if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer. That doesn't sound right. Why would that be the case? Swelling? Just to check, Noelle puts her hand over her face to compare their sizes. Akarsha slaps Noelle's hand so Noelle smacks herself in the face. Akarsha! Akarsha bolts and Noelle chases after her. The bell rings. This concludes Noelle and Akarsha's daily morning scream fest. Once they're back in their desks, Noelle glowers at the back of Akarsha's head. I can't keep my eyes off her. It must be my body's natural defense mechanism in response to threats. If I hold her hand, it'll prevent her from doing the "why are you hitting yourself" move. And if I embrace her, she will be completely immobilized. Yes, there are perfectly reasonable explanations for all of these strange urges I'm feeling. In third period, Noelle's teacher leads the class to the gym to watch the multicultural assembly. Most of her classmates have their heads buried in their biology textbooks as they walk, desperately cramming for the impending test. Pistil. The ovule producing part of the flower. Next. Xylem. Plant tissue that moves water and stuff around. Next. What stuff? What stuff? Like stuff. You know, stuff. You know, Akarsha, I've never actually seen you study for something in earnest before. Yeah, well, I decided to actually try normally for once. I think I have too many lies and weird plots going on at the same time, and it's tiring me out. You fool. You nuisance. You liar. I want to know everything about you. I want you to tell me every thought that's ever crossed your mind. Sepal. The outer part of the flower. The green leafy part. Why am I so infatuated with her? It can't possibly be that I fancy her. Why does she talk like she's British? No, surely not. I may have grown used to the concept of Dia dating men, but I have no intention of being in a relationship like that myself. Even now that I'm aware it's possible for two women to copulate, that changes nothing. Homosexuals can't even legally get married anymore. It seems unwise to pursue a lifestyle reliant on the mercy of a government as unreliable as our own. Akarsha gives her an odd look. Why are you glaring at me? Oh, is that how my face looked? I haven't even done anything yet. Ooh. Noelle walks straight into someone in the class. Wait, what? Straight into someone in the class walking ahead of them. Yeah. Oh, hi, it's you guys. Oh, hey, what's up? I posted the first chapter of my webcomic. I saw it. Every page has like 4 comments. Is that good? I have no idea how to gauge webcomic success. Esther, you're a celebrity now. Ooh, I want to see. Here, I scanned all these comic pages from my sketchbook. She holds her sketchbook out so Noelle, Dia, and Akarsha can read it as they walk. This is not scientifically accurate, but at least it's easier to follow than that accursed English video we made. Hey, were you really in high school if you did an completely incomprehensible movie with your friends? Is that Noelle? Huh? Where? Dia points at a panel showing a character crumpled on the ground. Wait a minute. Is this traced from a photo of me? Yeah. But don't worry, I made sure to tweak some things. Her personality is completely different from yours, and I changed her hair color to white. Why white? Is she old? No, it's because she's albino. She has red eyes too. Coco, no. Okay, but what if people still realize this is based on my likeness? Looks like someone already did. Sure enough, Min has left a comment on the page where albino Noelle is getting her ass kicked. What photo is this? Wow, get wrecked, nerd. That's the price of knowing an artiste. Sorry, next time I'll ask for permission first. Esther, you're coming to Fanime with us, right? Yeah, I begged my parents to let me go. We did cosplay as your character to help promote the comic. What? No. The anatomy's so bad, and I made a bunch of mistakes on everyone's outfit. You're famous and you're still saying that BS? You created this with your bare hands. So what if it's not perfect? You're God. Okay, whatever, do what you want, but I'm wearing normal clothes. You're seriously gonna be too cool for anime while attending an anime convention? It's not like you can wander in by accident. I call dibs on Stella Luna. Then I get Kagami Izuna. Wait, I want it to be Kagami Izuna. Noelle hangs back with Diaz. The others argue, trying to process a confusing tangle of feelings about not being the center of Akarsha's attention. She watches Akarsha's ridiculous gait as she walks, the one that apparently marks her as an American in India. Question: do you ever feel like love is a choice? Like you could potentially fall in love with someone? You're not in love with them, but if you wanted to feel that way, you could. But if you ignore it, it'll pass eventually. Isn't that just regular love? No, I'm not talking about regular love, like what you and Min experience. There was no preventing that. The two of you were drawn together with the force of a freight train. But this isn't like that. This is more comparable to someone reaching a fork in the road. Holy shit. I don't know if you guys hear that, but it's loud. Coco, please. Coco. Coco. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, the phone. Let's switch. Let's show my, hold on. Okay. Cover screen, please wait. Yes, okay, I have opened the door. So I am back. There we go. Someone reaching a fork in the road. This is taking really long. Because I can obviously control my emotions, especially ones that aren't useful to me. I'm not a wild animal. Even if you could control your emotions, why don't you think they're useful? Because they would derail my entire life. There's insufficient evidence to suggest the subject in question would reciprocate my feelings, so perhaps this is putting the cart before the horse. But in the unlikely event that things actually did work out between us, it would be extremely inconvenient for my plans. What plans? You know, just the default ones. Essentially, to secure a respectable job, marry a similarly successful man, and spawn 2 well-behaved children in the suburbs before I'm 30. I'd be throwing away my prospects of leading a normal life just for the pleasure of being tormented by a silly little clown every day. Dia gives her an odd look. She looks like she's struggling to piece together a very complicated puzzle. It's not that complicated. What? Nothing. If the person doesn't fit your goal, shouldn't you update the goal? I can't. It's the only outcome my parents see as acceptable. If I don't adhere to it, they'll badger me day and night. They'll never let me hear the end of it. Don't they already do that anyway? Oh, yes, they do. You're right. No matter what I do, they'll always find some new issue to latch onto. Why am I so desperate for the approval of 2 people whose opinions I don't even respect? I wish I could rewire my brain to only crave approval from people I hold in high esteem. Like me? You would be included, yes. Then I'd want you to adopt 1,000 dogs and start exercising. 1,000? But you can read some books too, as a treat. Your manner of discussing this makes me sound like your pet hamster. Coco is in the closet. Coco! Coco! Oh, that's you! Noelle follows her class into the rafters. What? Where are we? Oh, we're in the gym. Dia, over here! Min worms her way over to them through the crowd. I escaped from my class! Escaped? Are they gonna come looking for you? Nah, I lost them. You'd better have. I'd rather not get caught harboring a fugitive. Did it hurt when you were born with that huge stick up your ass? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. What the hell is this anyway? Multicultural week? Yeah, that. None of the other schools I went to did this. At lunch there's samosas and Cold Stone cupcakes. What, for free? No, you buy them. All the clubs sell something to fundraise. I heard there's also musubis. What's the baseball club selling? Curry pizza, I think. Karja takes a seat at the end of the row against the wall. Min begins to sit down next to her. Excuse me. Suddenly, Dia grabs Min by the shoulders, turns her around to face her, and kisses her full on the mouth. What brought this on? Oh damn, get a room! Baffled, Noelle squeezes past them and sits in the spot Min was about to take next to Akarsha. What was that for? Not that I'm complaining. Dia whispers something into Min's ear that Noelle can't catch. What? That doesn't make sense, are you sure? Maybe half. Tinkling. What? Ah, tinikling. Just go. I thought it was tinkling. No. Akarsha's pee. It's rubbed off on me. Oh boy, oh boy. Tinikling is one of the most popular folk dances in the Philippines. This dance originated on an island in central Philippines. Tapos na ba yung prank? I'm not sure actually. It hasn't concluded yet. I mean, no one mentioned it again since Akarsha's part. Noelle and Akarsha continue to cram as their fellow students showcase a variety of cultural performances. Dia lets out a huge yawn and rests her head on Min's shoulder. You tired? Stayed up late studying. I'll wake you up if anything cool happens. Man, I wish I stayed up late cramming too. I'm so dead. You have the entire assembly to study. If you want to live, stop whining and start reviewing. Yes, ma'am. What part of the flower will turn into a fruit? No! Fuck! The ovary. I don't know, man. The ovary. The ovary. Ding, ding, ding. You didn't by any chance ask that question just to make me say ovary, did you? No way. How immature do you think I am? Last period, you asked me to guess what number you were thinking of, and it was 69. Well, you're the immature one for guessing it right. How am I the immature one? I guessed it because I knew you're always like this. Shut the fuck up! Dia's sleeping! Not anymore, she isn't. The tinikling dancers bow and run off the stage. Now that they've reached the lull in the conversation, Noelle is hyper-aware of the way the side of Akarsha's thigh is pressed up against hers. Why did I have to meet you? Why do you have to be so funny and make me so happy? You've ruined everything. Next up is Chinese dance. Chinese dance has thousands of years of history. A troupe of student dancers wave colorful fans to an idyllic-sounding Chinese song. Do you know what the song's about? I wish I could tell you. I haven't the faintest idea. When I was younger, I was so eager to cast the Chinese part of me aside because it was difficult, and now I regret it. Hey, no judgment. I'm whitewashed too. Does it ever bother you that you can't speak Indian languages? Maybe a little. It would be cool to know. That's all? You don't feel guilty for being uncultured? Excuse you, I'm plenty cultured. Today I'm gonna eat curry pizza, destroy the sport of baseball, and even enjoy the company of a Frenchman. You know what I mean. It's not the traditional culture your ancestors experienced. Is that such a bad thing? It's different, but it's pretty cool in its own way too. And if I really want, I can always pick up Hindi or something someday. But you've already missed the window of time when children pick up languages the most readily. Don't plenty of people learn languages later in life though? Yes, they do. I feel like Dia and Min have learned a ton just from teaching each other. That may be possible, but it's not optimal. Dude, whose life is optimal? You're not a robot. Just take what you can get and be happy. Easier said than done, but duly noted. Speaking of robots, did you try playing Portal? I did. What did you think? It made me motion sick. I kept having to pause because I was on the verge of throwing up. Oops, sorry. But I did enjoy the witty dialogue and the song at the end. So you still played all of it? Yes. Even though it almost made you hurl? What choice did I have? You told me to play it. Oh, yeah, I guess that's what friends do. Isn't GLaDOS so hot? The sadistic artificial intelligence who's trying to kill you? That's the whole appeal. She's scary in a seductive way. Like her voice gets all low and sexy when she's insulting you. Did you hit your head again? Something's definitely not right in there. K-pop as we know it should not exist without the what? The K-pop dance troupe's introduction is completely drowned out by a chorus of high-pitched screams. Oh, that's cute. I'm not sure I would characterize those banshee-like screams as cute. No, not them. Next to you. Noelle turns to see Dia sound asleep in Min's arms. Min's gazing at her like she's an angel that just fell down from heaven. It makes Noelle's skin crawl, so she quickly looks away. They're so disgustingly in love, I can barely bear to look at them. Right? It's like staring directly at the sun. All obvious. Sometimes I kinda wish that were more my style. Do you really? It's not exactly my style either. Yeah, I guess not. Well, carefully maintains a mildly disgusted expression as she watches Akarsha read, just in case she's caught staring. If I cast this part of myself aside because it's difficult too, will I come to regret it later? Hey, do you remember that time my brother hijacked my computer and typed all this crazy stuff to you? What? It was a few months ago, after school. Remember? Oh, I forgot about that. That was odd. Yes, I remember now. Why? I lied. That wasn't my brother. That was me. Okay. Akarsha goes back to reading her biology textbook through her legs now jittering up and down. I feel like I was just told a joke whose punchline flew straight over my head. Why would it matter that it was her and not her brother? What exactly did she say? As she racks her brain, a dozen costume seniors take the floor. Thank you, K-pop. Up next we have Senior Bhangra. Bhangra was originally a folk dance from farmers in Punjab. There's Krissa and Liz! Oh, that's the pet name. Wake up! Seniors, come on down! It's okay if you don't know the moves. Follow our lead! How is it okay if people don't know the moves? I guess they're all trying to copy the group that's learned to dance. Won't that look hopelessly unsynchronized though? They can't possibly dance in proper unison on the fly. Why don't we see for ourselves? Let's dance! Akarsha stands, yanking Noelle up with her by the arm. What? We're not seniors! Aw, no one's gonna notice. I can't focus anyway. Noelle balks as her friends weave their way into the crowd of amateur dancers. I don't dance! Come on, you don't need to be good at something to do it. They all try to copy the others, clapping and raising their arms a beat late each time. This looks like shit! Oh balls, this is harder than I thought. I told you, we look like fools! Well, that's okay, so does everyone else. Already out of breath, Noelle looks at the chaotic blur of Asian nerds flailing their limbs around them. It's true, this must be a group of some of the worst dancers in the world. With renewed confidence, Noelle spins in what turns out to be the completely wrong direction, veers back to avoid crashing into her. To Noelle's surprise, Dia belatedly bumps into her, sending her flying into Akarsha. That almost seemed deliberate. Why couldn't she remember? She will soon. Ah! Pardon? Akarsha tries to pull back, only for Min to smack the back of her head in retaliation. Coco! Sorry, she opened the door, and then she walked in. Hello, what are you doing? Ow! What was that for? This air is mine. Huh? Noelle grabs Akarsha's hand for balance as they collide again. Isn't this fun? This is a hellhole. This is paradise. Akarsha laces their fingers together and Noelle can feel it, a hairline crack racing through something foundational within her. It's an utterly terrifying yet exhilarating sensation, but she doesn't let go. I have feelings for you. She whispers it as an experiment so that it's impossible to hear over the roar of the crowd and the music. But it feels like a small, daring victory, like the first step on the moon. Like a butterfly breaking out of its chrysalis, all soft, naive, and crinkled. Maybe with 2 left feet and a few days late to the party, but alive, so alive, trying to process the blinding, beautiful, wild world she's broken her way into. What'd you say? Akarsha twirls her and Noelle gives up on suppressing the giddy smile on her face. Nothing. Maybe I'll tell you later. Be that way. Burger King. That's not even the slogan. They dance and dance, all stupid and struggling and happy. There's so much pain and misery in this school. It's twisted us all into strange and flawed shapes like butterflies born in a full spring. But it's the circumstances that gave us you and me, right here, right now. Hunt wrote, out of the crooked timber of humanity, no straight thing was ever made. Oh boy, I could quote that. I'd want to quote that. No straight thing was ever made. That'd piss people off. And how we long to be straight, forgetting there's beauty in the crooked things too. We'll never live the lives our parents wanted us to lead, and that's okay, because we'll forge something brave and new instead. It won't be the same, but it'll be ours, and I won't ever let that go. Oh wow. Oh, it's an actual thing that happened. That's cute. You love Akarsha Noel. There's Nigahega. Oh yeah! You're able to chat now, and I hope no one else has a problem with it, because last time, apparently Sadie was chatting the whole time, and I didn't see it, because, like, I don't know, it just wasn't showing up in my OBS, or even on Twitch it didn't show up. But yeah, I think it was an iPad thing. You're using the laptop now? That's good. So don't watch Twitch on iPad, apparently. It's not great. MSJHS class of 2016. Wonder what school that is. Wait, that happened to you too? When? Opposite of special thanks, confetti. Oh, whenever you use the iPad. Oh, that's strange. Okay, don't use the iPad, kids. iPads suck. Yay! I think there's an epilogue. There's gotta be. The future. There we go. Well, were they open? What do you think? It's 1 in the morning. Of course Home Depot wasn't open. There's gotta be somewhere else you can buy bolt cutters. At this hour, I'm not optimistic. Guess I'll die then? How else are we gonna get them off? I'm afraid we need to go to the fire station for help. Stop laughing, this isn't funny. This isn't funny? We're going to the fire station with me half naked and handcuffed and it's not funny? You really can't get more dressed than that? I mean, my arms can't go through the sleeves. Hold still. I give up. Good enough. Good enough? If only I had a humiliation kink, this would have been perfect. Doesn't Min have a katana? They do? Or at least some kind of sword. Maybe we could use it to slice the handcuffs off. What, you want a surprise amputation tonight? No. And you're sure the key didn't fall behind the dresser? I looked everywhere, it's gone. I'm convinced that in these scenarios, small objects stop obeying the laws of physics. This never happened any of the times I handcuffed you. That, my dear, is called luck. Whatever you say, Skunky. Stop calling me that. Fine, Skunkle Pop D. Grayman. And don't brainstorm horrid new nicknames for me. But you're basically begging for it with your hair like that. It's not as if I grew gray hairs on purpose. And how come I don't have any? You're intolerable. Noelle seizes the front of Akarsha's shirt and yanks her forward, crushing their lips together. Akarsha makes a small noise of surprise, then grins as she deepens the kiss, coaxing her lips open so her tongue can slide inside. At the start of the night she tasted like watermelon lip gloss, but that's long been kissed and smeared away into oblivion. Noelle can't help but think, why bother? When will you learn? I'll always kiss through every layer of crap you put between us until it's just you and me. When they part their breaths ragged, neither of them can come up with anything witty to say. I love you. I love you more. That's impossible. No, it's not. I love you times infinity. There, I win. You can't multiply infinity. Infinity is a concept, not a number. So is love, for that matter. Well, too bad I did it. Love you times infinity. Sorry, I completely messed up the voices there. Noelle sighs, but she doesn't bother hiding the half-smile tugging at her mouth. If you're going to speak nonsense, then I love you times infinity plus 1. Now get in the car. I have work tomorrow morning. Akarsha tries to respond as Noelle opens the door for her, but she's laughing so hard it takes her several attempts to get out. The firefighters! They're gonna look outside and see! Prius driver dressed like Frog and Toad. And me. What's wrong with driving a Prius? Just get in already. I love you times infinity minus 1. I love you times infinity minus 2. Okay, how mean? Yeah, guys, we did it! We actually did it! I'm trying to close the door, but it's not working. Never mind. Okay, fine. We did it! We finished Butterfly Soup and Butterfly Soup 2. Thank you for your liberal use of my few emotes. None of you have unlocked tier 3, I see. Too bad, no one will get to see it. Well, actually, Sadie has already seen it, but... Anyways, we did it! Butterfly Soup and Butterfly Soup 2 conquered in all of October and half of November. That was actually a really long time. Yeah, that was great. And it covered a lot of, like, really interesting topics. And, of course, the ship had sailed. Both ship hath sailed. Like, yeah, everyone knew it was coming. But for some reason, Sadie doubted, but anyway. Yeah, I think I had a really great time playing and voicing out all those characters. You're a simple man, you like soup, yeah! That's true! You like butterfly soup? Or still noodle soup? Well, both are good. Both soups are very good. Yes, your ship has sailed too. Alright, so now that we're done with that, I actually have no idea what I'm going to do next. But I'm probably going to stream sometime this week. Again. Not tomorrow because I have a thing. Maybe Friday or Saturday, but I have no idea what to do. I can continue Celeste, I guess. Or, I don't know. Whatever. I'll think of it when the time has come. Anyways, so that's the end of Butterfly Soup 2. Again, I'm going to upload this to YouTube and everyone can check out the VODs playlist. Just exclamation point Butterfly Soup if you haven't already. And yes. So now I will go to sleep. Because my voice is actually tired. How long has it been? 2 hours? That part was the longest by far. Like, wow. I'm surprised I'm still talking. What a journey indeed. Yeah. I like this one. I liked this section. This section was way more relatable than I thought it would be. Like, I don't relate to Noelle being excessively smart, but the whole family issue and her going to Taiwan, hoping to be closer to her family, that was really good. But yeah, so thanks to everyone who came by, who stayed. Thanks again to Mira for the follow. And yeah, thanks for the sub, Jessie. And also Sadie, you subbed off stream. You subbed while I was offline, so thank you for that as well. And yes, I will see you guys next time for whatever it is I have planned. I have no idea. Yep. That's all. See ya. Have a great night, everybody. Get some rest. Good night.